My name is Justice Alfred Mabeya, a Christian of Subukia Parish, but resident in Nairobi. I am the chair of the executive committee that is in charge of the rehabilitation of the Milion Spring at the shrine, at the Subukia National Shrine. The idea came up from one of our priests, Father Vincent Obupa, who thought that the shrine, the spring, was not in a good shape, and it has been in a dilapidated state for quite some time. And therefore, some of us came together and mooted the idea of having to rehabilitate the shrine, the spring, the Milion Spring. If you look at the structure we have here, it is not befitting, leave alone a national shrine, a shrine per se. We cannot have good environment for mass. The pilgrims come here. This is being the center of the pilgrimages to the Subukia Milion Shrine. It is very uncomfortable. You see where the people sit, and even where the masses are done, the altar is not in a good state. And therefore, once we rehabilitate it and put it in a good condition, we will be on the same levels like Namugongo, Kibeho in Rwanda and elsewhere. And the many pilgrims who will be coming here, they will have the opportunity of having to pray in a very good serene. The challenges, as you know, getting people to contribute the monies, because we need about 25 million shillings to be able to rehabilitate the springs. Collections from well-wishers, that is the biggest challenge that we have. And you see the costs have gone up because of from down where the church is coming uphill. It's a challenge even having to bring the materials up here. But so far, so good. So our appeal is that we want to go beyond the few people whom we know, the few people whom we have approached. We are appealing to anybody who is of goodwill to be able to contribute for this worthy cause. The rehabilitation, if you look at our plans, and I hope you'll have an opportunity of getting the explanations from our engineers, we are going to plant bamboos trees, the trees that are which conserve, because there is a lot of springs that come up from this area, and we not only the trees, but also will put other plants that are I would call them climate friendly. We started early this year from around April. It's only now that we have had the designs approved by KCCB, who are the owners of this project. Once after they approved, we have now submitted them to the county government for approval. Once it is approved, that is when now we will be able to actually reach out to the local community so that we work together, because this is something which is spiritual, and will be able to, when we have when it is finally done, and you have pilgrims coming from not only within the country, but even from the neighboring countries. It is the economy. It's the economy of this place of Subukia which will really be boosted by having people coming here.
At individual level, how do you cherish being in this space at this particular time?
Oh, I really feel great, because having to rehabilitate Mary's home, Mary's shrine, the place where she is and where people will be coming to venerate her. I feel privileged to be in this position. That's why, notwithstanding the many challenges that there is, I feel privileged to lead the team. So if we have the funding, that's why we are appealing to well-wishers. If you have the funding, it will take a maximum of 24 months. Dear pilgrim, you have the chance to come here and say Jambo to Mama Maria. Pray for us, pray for this project, be part of it, so that next time when you come, you'll find a good environment where you'll be able to pray for the intercession of Mother Mary.
I'm Father Vincent Opuba Onyango, a Convent of Franciscan Friars, and we majorly work in the shrines in the world. And this project was a brainchild of the Convent of Franciscan Friars. And our main aim and goal is to make the shrine a better place to contemplate, to get united with the Blessed Virgin Mary, because it is taking all the Christians all over Kenya who always come for the benefit of spiritual renewal. And I am very sure that with the able team that came together and saw the need that it should be rehabilitated, headed by the Executive Committee Chairman, Justice Mabeya, Sir Wilfred Kiboro, Madam Karuga, and others who are able, and majorly with the backup of the KCCB, the bishops, we are able to make it. And I am saying this because shrine all over the world is given significance of Blessed Virgin Mary. We are not talking about Turin. This is the Lourdes of Africa. Not only for the significance of water which you see Christians streaming in, but also the miracles and also the center place where it is situated in Nakuru. And I am saying this also believing in the Jose Maria Escrivá charism, and also Jose Maria Escrivá words concerning Blessed Virgin Mary, that you have to be Mary, and you will be ours. So this shrine, by the blessings of the bishops, right from Bishop Peter Cairo, the late Archbishop, the late Archbishop Ndingi Mwana Wanzeki, Cardinal Otunga, St. John Paul II, Archbishop Muhatia Makumba, now Bishop Oseso of Nakuru, it has received the blessings that it can be rehabilitated. The life and the spirit are united. Seeing the way there's a charisma of spiritual renewal in Kenya, seeing the way a reconciliation center which was built majorly for all the Christians to congregate and meet and pray, they are seeing the benefit of Subukia National Shrine. I've engaged the local community in this project, not only the local community, but even the friars themselves. And they will be very happy if this shrine is rehabilitated to the standard of Namugongo, of Kibeho in Rwanda, yes, and other shrines all over the world. To protect our ecosystem, following the writings or encyclical of Laudato Si of Pope Francis, you should know that nature never forgives. So ours, having the charism of protecting the environment, we have to make sure that the trees are okay, and the inhabitants who live there are also living peacefully, and also we protect because the trees are the main water catchment. If we cut these trees, then it will not be easy for even those Christians to get that water. You see? Yes, so we have to obey nature, and we have to obey the ecosystem and the ecology. Journeying together and promoting the issue of small Christian communities, believing always in the creed of the Catholic Church that you can be united, you can work for the same goal, and also you can also sanctify your work in a way of holiness. Christians should never lose hope. Let them come many, and let them believe that truly we are believing in Jesus Christ, and we are believing in Blessed Virgin Mary, who has never left us.
Joseph Waweru Githunga, standing in as the engineer of the project. Now, we had several designs, but the one opted for was the one that will make the structure a little bit more open. So it wasn't supposed to be a closed structure. We didn't want to build another church here. So we wanted an open structure, but still give people a place where they can have a proper shelter when it's raining or when the mass is going on. The uniqueness of it is that one, we are trying to maintain the natural look. We don't want to compromise on the feel and the environment as you're seeing. So we want to make it more natural, but again also give it some modern taste and some aesthetical value. In terms of finishing, that is, we are going to use more of rock surfaces, and again we will still be doing some plants, and we are also not intending on cutting down trees. We will maintain the position of the spring, but we will change the final finish of the spring. Okay, it had some trickiness in it, but we would say we were, what could you call it? We were driven by passion of seeing it achieved.
The importance of this shrine, as you can see from all the people here, this is the national shrine, bringing people from all over the country and actually from across Africa. Because right now, as we talk here, the people around here, some are from Tanzania, some are from Uganda, and so on. And it has a very spiritual significance, this particular shrine. And as you can see, the structures are dilapidated, and it's actually shameful, because I have gone to many shrines around the world, from Portugal to Spain to Rome to Israel and so on. And those kind of shrines, they have been constructed in a manner that actually lasts for centuries. And you find that it attracts a lot of people. We have millions and millions of pilgrims, particularly whether it is in Jerusalem, whether it is wherever it is coming. This being the national shrine, we would like to improve the infrastructure here. So when people come, we are hoping that this is the kind of place that can attract millions and millions of Catholic faithful from across the world, because this shrine is dedicated to Our Lady Mary, the Mother of Jesus. So by doing something that is decent, that's something of international standards, because there is no reason, why we in Africa cannot have the kind of shrine that we see in other parts of the world. So this is what we are trying to do with my committee here, that we try to rehabilitate this, to bring it to world-class standards, so that the place can be serene, it can be quiet, and so on. And also, like you can see, it also has a lot of other economic benefits as a country, because like today, tomorrow, we'll be having more than 50,000 faithfuls here, and I'm sure they'll be boosting the economy of the Subukia. We have seen, even because as a result of this shrine, some hotels are already springing around here, and to accommodate the millions or the thousands of pilgrims who will be coming here. So it's also good for the country. So we are actually appealing to the international community, to all our Catholic faithfuls in Kenya and around Africa, to come and support us to build this, because when you look at those shrines, they were built by somebody, and this is our time. I've never been up to here. This is my first time, but I'm actually shocked and appalled at the kind of, you come to here, and then the state is actually pathetic, and we want to change it. Let us build something that is actually befitting to us as Christians, as Kenyans, because this is not the shrine for Subukia alone, it's a shrine for the whole world, dedicated to Our Lady Mary. I think it's very important because, a few years ago, in fact, we had a big scare around here when people started encroaching on this catchment area. This spring, it is very important that it be preserved the way it is. And therefore, part of the program that we have here is actually to have an aesthetically, designed structure that is actually very much, aligned with the climate, with the environmental conservation. And also trees, we'll be planting a lot of trees around here because the catchment area is quite large. And therefore, this is also very good because the fact that water is life. And therefore, you can relate the question of this. You can see everybody carrying a bit of water here. Water is life. And therefore, what we'll also be trying to do around here is actually to conserve this so that this spring can last there for a lifetime.